What's up, YouTube? It's Advertise Crush here with you once again. And we're going to do something a little off the beaten path today. We're going to do an unboxing. But this is something new for my channel. Something I've decided to get into. Just kind of tip my foot into just ever so slightly. We'll see kind of what comes of it, you know. I came across some HeroClix. I being the probably primal nerd, I'm probably the nerdiest of the nerd. I like Marvel, so I actually found these at my local Ollie's. So it's like, you know what? Pretty good price. I like miniatures as a standard, and like I like having stuff on a shelf, and I also like to learn new games. I had really ever so slightly put my foot into this stuff about a decade ago, and just I don't think gave it maybe the shot that it deserved, because I was into so much other stuff at the time. But now we're gonna see what these are all about. So what we have here is actually two different products. We have a starter set, and we have what's called a Fast Forces. Starter set, something like this will basically get you into the game and kind of give you just, you know, a rule book and all the standard supplies you really need to get you started. And then the Fast Forces is basically just 18 to get you started. I think this is just the figures itself. It's not that heavy, you know. This, however, comes with like a rule book, looks like a map and some other stuff as well. So first off, what is HeroClix as a product? It is a tabletop game owned by WizKids. And the way I can kind of explain it is, this is kind of not the right way, but it's kind of like D&D kind of meets Magic the Gathering in a way. So you have dice, you have cards you can play, and there's other things as well. But the little pedestals that these figures are on have little dials. You can kind of see them from here. But let's go ahead. I have the Thor the Dark World starter set. It comes with 6 figures. So let's crack her open. I know some people out there are like, this collector's, oh my goodness. I got this at my local Ollie's discount outlet for literally half price. No, I got it for $8 and it's normally like 13, I think. So it's not really that much of a collector. But there are companies that literally sell these by the pound. There is a lot of different HeroClix out there. Up to and including Marvel, DC, Indie, and also WWE. So let's crack this bad boy open. Try to be as gentle as I possibly could here. It's a blister pack, so there we go. And as we crack this bad boy open, we have information packets, which, like I said, looks like it comes with a map, and I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a rule book in here. So kind of just do this. There we go. That's probably gonna be the best way to get to it. Oh, there it is. Now, in the actual blister pack itself, along with this pack, you have, of course, like I said, 6 figures, and you actually have a couple of small 6-sided dice. So let's go over real quick the actual figures that come in the starter set. Of course, you have Thor. Now, the detail on these for like a little plastic miniature, these kind of, yeah, they're kind of springy plastic, but not super springy, you know. Looks like these were well casted. And of course, when you take a look here, there are some symbols. You can't really see them super well. I don't have kind of a good macro camera. You got the symbols along with the dial. You've also got, of course, the name. And it looks like a hit counter, I think. And his number. So the dial on it, pretty Pretty responsive. Nothing really too bad about that. So we got Thor. Then we've got is that Sif? Yeah. Sif. We've got, I think that's Malekith, I think. Or is that Loki? Oh, that is Loki. Loki? Oh, that's Malekith. I grabbed the wrong one. Malekith? And you got, what is it? A Dark Elf Scout. Not everybody can be a main player. And you've got Curse. Well, the Cursed. And again, the camera really doesn't really give it kind of justice as to how those look. So set the dice off to the side here, and we will see what's in the pack. Alrighty, so and they pack these things in pretty well. Oh wow, that is a thick, beefy map. And from what I've heard, these are actually double-sided. So, let's see. Oh yeah, these are definitely double-sided. As far as size of the maps, you would need, well, a pretty good sized table for these. So, yeah, it's almost kind of a laminate. You can kind of hear that. So, alrighty, so we got powers and abilities, which again I believe is also on those figures of what's listed. Combat abilities, basically just kind of a standardized there, and core rulebook. Always can use a rulebook, especially when you're pretty much a beginner like myself. And also gives you a scenario guide for your game. You got that. And also these are your addition cards. This is basically things like obstacles on the playfield. They're just little kind of punch out cards. Let's see. Come on. There we go. You got some character cards, of course, for the characters to have. And again, also, you have these little punch-out cards for things like, barriers and effects and, like, manhole covers and things like that. So, there is that. Now, from what I also know here, your standard game is going to be, really varied. Depending on point values, and because you can set up like point values, they have standardized point values that you go with for your teams. There. So, yeah, you're really kind of playing more of a strategic tabletop game with these. And of course, characters have abilities and things like that, but you're still playing a game of strategy. You're still playing a game of, outwitting your opponent to extent X. You know what I mean? That's why I say, when you think of like D&D meets Magic the Gathering, it's more of a general comparison than like a true one-to-one comparison. So we just put this back in the bag, and we will take a look at the Marvel Knights Vast Forces set here. Okay. This is even more of a freaking blister pack. Oh my goodness. Let's sign it. Here we go. We'll pop this blister pack. Now, with this, you basically just get your character cards. Yeah, just your character cards, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. So, with your Fast Forces here for the Marvel Knights, you get one of my favorite Marvel characters, Luke Cage. The Man Without Fear, Daredevil. Iron Fist. Jessica Jones. Elektra. And the Punisher. I'm pretty sure that is all you get in this pack. Yep. That is everything. Now, basically, what the Fast Forces does is, like I said, it just gives you another team to kind of start off with and go. Your team abilities and things like that. If you don't know who the Marvel Knights are, probably the closest thing to this would be like the Defenders. But, I mean, everybody generally knows that, right? So, what did I say here? Now, one thing I do know also is these can be very much, you know, a collector's type of thing. If you're trying to get into this and you're like, I have a favorite, you have a favorite comic book character, and you're like, oh, I want to get into it because of a character X. I say Deadpool. That's one of the characters I've been looking for. Be prepared because some of these are expensive, into the hundreds of dollars, if I'm not mistaken. So let's take a look here at your cards. This kind of gives you a breakdown of all of your general information here. Basically things like, you know, your standard actions that are on your cards, your hit pointers, your actual point values, and that's also on the back as well. So, but this is going to take a little bit of getting used to. It's a different kind of game. This isn't just kind of you know, pick up your deck and go type of deal. So I'm going to learn a little bit more about this game, because this game has been around like 20 years. So if you guys have any comments or anything in general kind of about HeroClix that you want to talk about or have a discussion about, feel free to drop it down in the comments. I've actually got some more product coming in that I'm going to be unboxing here pretty soon. So until then, we'll see where this leads. I'm not 100% sure where this is going to go. I might just maybe keep a lot of these for, you know, sitting on a shelf. That is very much a possibility. But I know of at least one or two people that would play a game or two. We'll see. You know, we might run a game live. You never know. So, but until next time, thank everybody out there for watching. We'll check you guys out next time. Peace out.